guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to do a video on restless legs and just show you what I like to do when I get restless legs. I do get restless legs, not all the time, but I have noticed when I drink coffee or alcohol, I usually get restless legs that night, or if I don't drink enough water throughout the day. So it could be an electrolyte imbalance. It could be a vitamin B1, I think, deficiency. It could be several different reasons that you get that. It could be a disc issue in your back, a nerve issue. But I'm going to share with you what works for me to help my legs calm down and help me get back to sleep or get to sleep. It's always when I'm falling asleep that I get it. And then I can't go to sleep. So I hope you don't have that issue, but if you do, follow along and try this video. So for this video, I'm going to use a lot of props because I just love props and I have them. But if you don't have them, that's okay. You can do all of these things without props. The only thing that you would need to have is a roller, a foam roller. If you have one of these, grab it. You can get these for 20 bucks at Walmart, I think. Or you can get them on Amazon. I'll find a link and put that in the description for you. And you could even use like a PVC pipe. Now this is a little bit more intense. This is what I've graduated to. Once you try the PVC, it's hard to go back to the foam roller because you want that deep stretch or that deep breaking up of the fascia that this gives you. So you can just go to your home goods store and get a PVC pipe cut. I do not know the size, but I'll measure it and put it in the description. Anyway, so I'll be using that. It's the only thing that you probably have to have for this video, or you could just skip this part and move on to the yoga. This is not yoga. For the yoga part, I'll be using a bolster. You can use 2 pillows shoved into a pillowcase or just a thick, heavy cushion off your couch. I'll be using a yoga strap, but you could use a dog leash if you can make it into a loop. So go ahead and make your strap into a loop if you don't already have it in the loop. I'll also be using a blanket and I'll be rolling it up, so you can go ahead and do that now. I'm going to unfold it a couple times and roll it up. So it's about 2.5 feet in length, and then just roll it up so you have a nice little long Tootsie Roll. So set that aside, and I like to start with foam rolling because when my legs are shaky and just have so much energy that I need to get out of them, I just feel like I need pressure on my legs, and it really helps to roll out. So you just place that roller down on the carpet or a mat, and you just come onto your elbows like you're doing a plank, and you just kind of army crawl forward and then army crawl back. And you want to go kind of slow so that you can really get into any knots you may feel, any just fascia that's built up on top of each other in a rough pattern. And what we're doing here is just breaking up that pattern and making it more smooth so that you can not feel as much pain there. So I like to roll out my quads. And if you find a spot where you feel really a lot of sensitivity, or like maybe there's a lot of built up fascia there, you could take like little mini back and forth rolls on that area, or you can just sit on the area and just let gravity help open up that connective tissue there. So I roll out the quads, and you go all the way to your knee, top of your knee as far as you can go until you hit bone. Don't go over the bone, that hurts. And then go back up all the way up to the top of your hips, and then back down. But nice and slow. This does take some core work, but it feels really good, and it's good to do every day if you can. And then I go onto my side. This one is complete torture if you're a walker or a runner. Anyway, so you're rolling out your IT band, which is the side of your leg here from your hip all the way down to the outside of your knee. Just rolling. If you find a sore spot, you just stay there and work into it. I try to do about 10 per side if I can. And then that was not 10, but for the sake of the video, I won't be doing 10. You can pause the video and do as many rounds as you like. So it's just kind of like a little side plank where you're on your elbow and you're rolling. And see how I keep this one foot bent out in front? If you want to intensify it, you would stack both feet, both legs, and then roll out that way. But that is very, very intense, especially with this hard roller here. So I'm just going to keep that other foot on the ground. So rolling all the way to the knee and back up to the hip. And once I feel even on both sides, then I come down to my hamstrings. I want to roll out those. These are a little bit harder to roll out, and some people think it's pointless, but I think it feels good when you have restless legs. So I cross my legs, I put my hands behind me, and I lift up onto the roller. And I like to lean all my weight onto one leg so I can really get in there. Again, from the knee all the way up to the glute. And then I'll cross the opposite leg on top and lean to the other side so that I can get the other hamstring, set of hamstrings. You can do your calves, which are the same way. You cross your ankle over and you're kind of balancing on your hands, going from your ankle to your knee. It's kind of more of a workout. And then I switch to the other leg. I don't do my calves super long. We're going to do a yoga stretch for that anyway in a second. And then I think it's really important to roll out your glutes, because a lot of times I feel like that stuff stirs and starts at your glutes. So you cross over one ankle on top of the opposite thigh and you're just rolling out on that glute. So you can lean over onto that same side as the bent leg on top. And you're just rolling back and forth all over. You can lean forward, lean back, lean to the side. Again, staying on a spot that feels tender, working into it or relaxing onto it. And then you switch to the other side. Same thing, you can lean toward that bent knee. Just rolling back and forth. Another thing I do when I get restless legs is I come out into the living room or to the kitchen and I drink a big glass of water. And sometimes I put a pinch of sea salt and a squeeze of lime or lemon in there to help add some electrolytes and some vitamins. And I just chug that glass of water and then I start rolling out on the foam roller or on the PVC pipe. Then once I feel like my legs are rolled out, sometimes I even give them a good tap with my hands, just waking up the muscles, getting the blood flowing. Just slap them all around. Actually feels good. It's like a little Thai massage. You can grab your, these are, remember, optional with these props. I take my strap, I take a loop, and I wrap the loop around my legs. Legs will be hip distance apart. Then you're going to tighten the strap. Make sure it's nice and tight, and I keep the strap about 3 inches above my kneecap with the knees hip distance apart. Then I take my hip all the way up to the side hip up to the wall. So I forgot to tell you, you need a wall for this. And then I grab my bolster, I bring it with me, roll onto the back, take the heels up to the sky, and then you can fully relax the legs into the strap, but we'll wait on that because we want to get the bolster on top of our feet. So you place the bolster there, then straighten the legs. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me. If it does, it's soft. You want to try to get your feet flat here. It's okay if they're not completely flat. And then you can tighten the strap so that you can fully relax your back. Your back should be able to release here. If you can press your legs into the strap, then your back can relax. And you just rest your arms alongside your body. You can take your arms out to the side. And then I just relax here and let gravity do its work. So if the bolster's not working for you, or if you don't have one, you're welcome to just take the legs up the wall without any props. If you want, you can actually make the strap bigger, probably as big as you can get it, to a big loop. Then take the loop under your lower back. Make sure the buckle's on the side and not touching your body. And then you can take the legs, the feet, the balls of the feet into the strap, and then take the legs up to the wall. At that point, you can then tighten the strap, and you're using your body to help pull your feet flat. You're using the strap, the wall, and your lower back to pull the feet into more of a horizontal flexed position. And then I just drop into my meditation practice. You can focus on your breath, maybe inhaling 4 to 5 or 10 seconds, and matching that same amount of time to your exhale. And you can pause the video and stay in this a little bit longer if you need to. I usually stay in it about 10 minutes if it's a really bad night with restless legs. Anyway, I'm going to walk the feet down the wall and scoot your hips a little bit further from the wall. So you're just going to slither down a little bit. You can just remove that strap and cross the left ankle over the right thigh, keeping the right foot on the wall. You can try flexing that left foot or relaxing it. Decide how that feels in your body. I like to hold my left hand on my left knee and use it like a little kickstand to press my knee to the wall. So here we're stretching the glutes and the outer hip. So the more that foot on the wall, that leg, the right leg, is at a 90-degree angle. That's probably going to give you the best stretch here. And just breathe into the glutes, the hips, the inner thighs. And this is really going to help any leg pain you may have that originates in the hip region, which a lot of it does. So this pose is like one of my all-time favorites. It's just so good to do every single day if you can. And then just give yourself permission to let your hips relax and let your mind wander. Let yourself drift away into your thoughts and just accept your experience for anything that arises. Just accepting it with love and kindness, without judgment. Just notice anything that arises and anything that passes away, and notice the impermanence of it all. The impermanence of sensations, the impermanence of images or thoughts in the mind, and any emotions you may feel. And then from here, we'll just cross that left leg all the way over so your knees are crossed. And then we're just going to roll, holding onto our knees, roll over to our right side body. And you'll be kind of curled up like you're going to sleep here with the legs crossed. Your feet can be on the wall to add a little bit of sensation. Then you're just going to open the chest up to the sky, just taking a little twist here. Maybe that left shoulder touches the ground, maybe it doesn't. Arms can be out wide. You can turn the head to the left or to the right. And just relax the muscles along the spine. If this is too much sensation on your hips or back, you can uncross the legs and just stack the knees and take a gentle supine twist. And then bring your left arm slowly back over to the right side. Take your time. Take a deep breath in when you get there. Let it go. Uncross the knees. Holding on to the knees, you're going to roll back to your back and cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Taking supine pigeon on the other side here. So set up how you like. Relax the hips. Press that right knee away from you. Move your hips closer to the wall for more sensation, further away for less. And come back to your practice, your mindfulness practice. Noticing anything that arises and falls away with love and kindness. And from here, cross the right knee over that left, and holding onto your knees, roll over to the left side body, and then slowly peel open your chest to the sky, looking to the right or to the left, and then relaxing the shoulders as much as you can. If this is too much, just uncross the knees, stack the knees on top of each other, and relax the muscles in around the spine, belly, and then bring your right arm back across the body over to the left, and then uncross the knees if they're crossed. Take a big breath in, let it go. So come to your back. Another great stretch for plantar fasciitis and for restless legs is taking flamenco. So taking the ball of the foot into the strap and taking that heel up to the sky. The opposite leg can be bent, or you can straighten it down the mat. Just feel that out. And then you can wrap the strap around the palm of your hand and leave your fingers free, and just let your arms dangle. Let your shoulders relax to the mat. And we'll just be here for a little bit of time, and then we'll move the leg to the sides. So you can stay here for a good 3 to 5 minutes, depending on how severe your legs are jumping. I usually just am so ready to go to sleep. I don't want to stay here too terribly long. But usually I'd take just 1 minute here, and then I'll take the leg across the body for a minute, and then out to the side for a minute, and then I switch. So that's what we're going to do for this video, but you're welcome to stop the video and hold it longer. So then I take both hands, both straps into the left hand, and I'll take the foot across the body over to the left. You can play around with turning the foot to the left as well, the sole of the foot. Kicking the heel out. Try to get a straight leg here, so if it's bent, you're not going to get quite the same stretch. So you can straighten it. Maybe you have to take the foot further away from your face. That's fine. Just try to lock out that knee and straighten it so you can really get into those muscles. So we'll be here, and then you want to keep both glutes on the mat here. So if that right one's trying to pop up, you need to bring the foot back and not go as far over. And then from here, I'm just going to scoot off my mat a little bit for room, but from here you'll take both straps into the right hand and take the foot over to the right. looking for an inner thigh stretch here on the right. Still keeping that straight leg. If you need to use the wall to help hold your foot up, definitely use anything, any props to help you. You can also hold your leg with that right leg and make a little kickstand on the ground with your elbow. As long as you're just still feeling that sensation on the inner leg. Remember, in yin yoga, it's not really about what you look like. It's not about aesthetics. It's about sensation. So looking for that mild sensation or moderate sensation, then relaxing the muscles there. Again, you can stay in this pose for a couple minutes, but for time, we're just going to stay in it for 1 minute and bring it back to center, and we'll switch it out. So we'll take the left ball of the left foot into the strap. And we'll just take the foot straight up, the heel straight up to the sky. Make sure that strap is on the ball of the foot so you can help pull the foot down and get the foot flat as you can. Stretch the muscles as much as you can on the back of the legs. Keep that right leg bent, or you can straighten it down the mat. You can also do this with a block or a blanket underneath the sacrum to add more hip flexion stretching on the front of the hip if you need it. And then from here, both straps into the right hand and take the foot across the body over to the right. You can try turning the foot, the sole of the foot to the right, flexing the foot. Pulling the foot closer to your face for more sensation. And then both straps into the left hand and take the foot out to the side, the left side this time. Opening the leg up. Still kicking through the heel, still looking for that straight leg as you relax the muscles here on the inner left thigh. Bring the leg back to center. Unhook the strap. And then give your knees a hug, and we'll rock front to back, massaging the back. And come up to a seated position. And here's where you will need your blanket. We'll come up to hands and knees, tabletop, and then take that blanket underneath your knees. So just really shove it in there. And then from here, you'll tuck the toes under and sit back on the heels. They call this fire toes or a toe squat. It's pretty intense on your calves, and it also adds some pressure on the hamstrings here and also the bottoms of the feet. If you need to take a break and untuck your toes and just be on the tops of the feet, please do that. We're just going to take a little shoulder stretch while we're here so that we can work our arms a little. So cross the right arm on top of the left. We're going to take eagle arms. You can hug yourself here and stack the elbows. You can also walk your fingers closer to each other on your back, or you can pull the hands upward in front of your face. And from here you can play around with lifting the elbows and dropping the shoulders. Then you can drop the elbows. You can stay here or round forward, tucking the elbows into the abdomen and tucking the chin to the chest. And rise up, unwind, take your arms out wide, and then we'll just reverse the cross of our arms. Left arm on top of the right. Hug yourself or hug upward. Lift the elbows, drop the shoulders, and then pull the elbows down, rounding forward if it's okay on your back. If the bottoms of your feet are on fire right now, that does go away over time of practicing this pose. So keep practicing, don't give up on it. It will go away. When I first started practicing it, it was just torture. And I thought, wow, this is the worst thing ever. But now I don't even feel any sensation down there. It takes a good 5 minutes for me to feel anything, and it's because I've been doing this pose almost every day for a long time. So it just takes time to break that the old patterns that your fascia creates in the body and create new smooth ones. Just take some time. All right, so rise up, arms out wide. Stretch out your chest. If you want to clasp your hands behind your back, pull the knuckles down, open the chest, look up. Release your hands, come to tabletop, untuck the toes, and slowly tap the tops of your feet into the mat. Give it a good tap of your foot. I feel like when I have restless legs, I just want that tapping, that kind of massage, that Thai massage feeling on my legs and feet. All right, and from here, take the feet out in front. We're just going to make fists and tap our legs, the outsides of our muscles here on the sides of the legs, top to the legs. Down to the knees, all the meaty parts of your legs. You can bend your knees and get your calves, hamstrings. You can get the bottoms of your feet too. That always feels good. Love taps. And from there, it's rest time. So you can crawl back into your bed or just lie down on your mat if you're practicing during the day. Take 3 slow, deep breaths, or maybe count to up to 10 on the inhale, 10 on the exhale. Or if you're trying to go back to sleep at night or to sleep at night, you can try counting down from 10 like this. Inhale for 10. Exhale for 10. Inhale for 9. Exhale for 9. Inhale for 8. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 7. Exhale 7. Inhale 6. Exhale 6. Inhale 5. Exhale 5. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 1. Exhale 1. And allow your breathing to become soft and gentle. In the nose, out the nose. Relax the body from the head to the toes. And release and let go. Stay here for as long as you like, or just fall asleep. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you sleep well. I hope your legs feel great. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.